Tomorrow will be better. Describe the arrangement, the motion, and the separation of particles in solids and in gases. Dear friends, this is a past IGCSE question, and what they're asking in this question is simply to picture, if possible, or to represent in some sort of picture form what happens in solids and in liquids. Here is how to attempt such questions. Follow me, dear friends. Solution. Let's begin with solids. Now, in a solid, what we are supposed to explain here is starting with the arrangement. In solid particles or objects, the atoms or the particles are very closely packed together, forming some sort of a crystal lattice. And they are held together by very strong intermolecular forces, and this limits the motion between the particles. Here we experience a very slight vibrational motion about the same spot because of this arrangement. And for this reason, as we said earlier, there's really practically no separation between the molecules. They are closely packed together, and this is why they have a fixed or rigid shape. Let me go to liquids, even though it has not been mentioned here. In the case of liquids, the arrangement is slightly less compact than in solids, which means that particles in a liquid have more spaces between them than in solids. And the forces, though they are strong, they are not as strong as in the solid state, which means intermolecular forces are also strong, but not as strong as in the solid state. And this is why liquids always take the shape of their containers, because their molecules have relative freedom compared to molecules in the solid state. Now, coming to the gaseous state here. Here, particles are very loose apart from each other. Why? Because the intermolecular forces between them are almost null or extremely very weak. And this explains why if we spray a gas here, people can perceive this gas from a distance because molecules are free to move about. The forces holding them together are almost non-existent. And of course, this implies that the motion of particles is quite very, very, very wide. Particles are free to move about randomly. And like we said, the particles are very wide apart because the intermolecular forces between them are very weak or almost non-existent. This is what you're supposed to say to answer this question. Tomorrow will be better.